Well, it was one of the worst days of my life for sure. I was off duty and got called into the firehouse. We commandeered a bus, and all of us drove the bus down, and we arrived just after the second collapse. And it was really like looking at another planet. It was nothing I've ever seen before.
And what impacted on your decision to enter those towers? Because I believe your son was born just a few days before.
Yes, well, we make a vow when we join that we leave no one behind. And I know if I was in that tower, somebody would be doing exactly the same thing for me.
So many firefighters died helping people in those towers. How is the force today? Have they recovered from those that awful day?
Well, there are a bunch of guys who really haven't recovered. They have a lot of health issues and broken up families and a lot of post-traumatic stress symptoms. But the vast majority of them have really what we call post-traumatic growth. They really created new meaning in that event and changed their lives for the better. And I look at my own life and I'm in a very different place because of those events.
You've talked a little bit about the trauma. Talk me through that day. What did you see when you entered the tower?
Well, what we saw was just, it was really hard to see with all the dust and the smoke. And we were doing searches and crawling through voids. And you had no idea if there was going to be another attack or something. Another building collapsed while, hours later. So it was really chaos because the fire department has great leadership. But that day, so much of the leadership had perished. So we didn't have radios. There was just a lot of chaos. And it made for a very confusing and scary day.
Do you still have memories of that day? Do you still have the trauma of that day, 15 years on?
Absolutely. I mean, I can still smell, the smoke and the bodies and all the things that we've seen, and it's imprinted in my brain.